Dolphins Zone here. Today I'm going to give my full analysis on Tua Tagovailoa and why he is a perfect fit for the Miami Dolphins. One thing that you should know is that before we drafted Tua, we hired our new offensive coordinator, Chan Gailey. Now, one thing Chan Gailey said he wanted was an athletic quarterback who could move in the pocket, and that's because Chan Gailey helped popularize schemes like the spread scheme and the run-pass option, and he implemented those concepts to win with the Buffalo Bills and Ryan Fitzpatrick. And Tua's offensive coordinator is very similar, as you can see in the film. He prioritizes short throws, screens to the wide receiver and running back, and other spread schemes that would make Tua very successful with Gailey and the Dolphins. Alabama runs very similar schemes to that of Chan Gailey. And Ryan Fitzpatrick, who has worked with Chan Gailey, can help Tua develop working on these schemes. For example, think about a play like this. The defense, as you can see, is playing zone coverage. One linebacker is a QB spy. The play Alabama is about to run is one that is taken from Oregon. It's called the double stack screen. It gets its name from two so-called stacks, which I've highlighted. These are where the screens will take place. The wide receivers in the front will block for the wide receivers in the back. Tua will make the read and throw a screen pass to one of the wide receivers in the back. Tua snaps the ball, then fakes the handoff. Tua knows he has more blockers on the right, so he throws to his wide receiver on the right. The wide receiver keeps running and gets a first down. This scheme could definitely work on the Dolphins with a player like Devontae Parker or Preston Williams. But that doesn't mean that Tua doesn't throw long passes. In several games, Tua has thrown deep passes. And in the national championship game versus Georgia 2 years ago, Tua stepped in to replace Jalen Hurts, who was benched at halftime. Tua threw several long passes, including the game-winning pass, which I'll show here.
Tagovailoa trying to make up for it. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown!
Now we'll also highlight some schemes in this play. Another play that Alabama really loves to run is a play-action slant. In this play, the Ole Miss defense is stacking the box with a 5-man blitz. The wide receiver on the very left runs an out route. Meanwhile, Devontae Smith runs a slant. And there's one player in the backfield with running back Najee Harris to block. Tua instinctively looks towards his first read. Usually, Dolphins' offensive coordinator uses a spread scheme to spread out the players so that the defense won't be successful in stacking the box. He sees that Devontae Smith is open and that there's separation between him, the cornerback, and a nearby safety. Tua makes a near-perfect throw. And Devontae Smith catches the ball and is able to keep running for a touchdown. And take a look at this play where Tua fakes the handoff, then runs to the right, keeps running, and knows when to slide so that he doesn't get hit. Now I want you to pay attention to this play I'm about to show against Oklahoma, a top college football team. Now this play demonstrates that Tua can get the ball out quickly and make good reads when he has to. Oklahoma is playing zone coverage, but what's most interesting is the read that Tua makes. Now, watch that most of the safeties are playing deep zone. Now look at number 34, Harris. Now yes, one receiver found a hole in the zone and is completely open, but Harris is a running back. So if Tua throws it to him now, out in the flat, he can potentially pick up many yards, and that's what he does now. This read is a much safer option and still allows Tua to pick up the first down. Another major thing when you look at Tua is the lack of interceptions. When Tua is under pressure, he is forced to throw the ball early and may be slightly inaccurate, as I've shown here. However, because Tua's footwork is so good, he rarely throws interceptions. And to back up my point, I'll replay these two incomplete passes and just look at Tua's footwork. It never collapses even when he faces pressure in the pocket. Alright, so now let's break down this play. As you can see, this is Tua versus Duke. And let's see what's going on right here. So it's Alabama's first drive and it's 3rd and 7. And I like to analyze people's mistakes because you can't just go off of their good plays. You have to analyze the mistakes too. To analyze this play, first we must analyze the defense. To Tua, it appears that there are 6 people blitzing. However, the people on Tua's left drop back to defend the pass instead of blitzing. One of them is number 83. Look at number 73 and now number 79. They're not blocking anybody. That's because the defense fooled both Tua and his offensive line. Tua thinks that the people on the left are blitzing, and so does the offensive line. The offensive line slides to the left slightly and leaves a hole in the right for the defense to run through. Tua was not expecting there to be this hole, and because of that, he was sacked. If he was expecting the people from the left to drop back and defend the pass, he might have been able to save this play. You can see that drop back mechanic that the defense used right here. Also, before I analyze the offensive side of the play, look at Tua's footwork. It doesn't break down even though he's pressured. I don't know the full name of the play the offense is running, but it looks a lot like a dagger play. Now, the routes that Tua's receivers ran are not that important, but I'll still draw them here. And you can see the reads that Tua could have made in his dagger play and which wide receivers were open. Also, I forgot to mention that he had a blocker in the backfield in this play. Alright guys, well, that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you do like the channel, please make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 50 subscribers. I'll do a special then for a Dolphins hype video for the 2020 season. Oh, and by the way, before you go, you can just see that Tua has a habit to extend plays, and that can be a good thing. That can be a bad thing for his injuries, but either way, you see that instead of taking a knee or trying to throw the ball out, he tries to run forwards, possibly scramble, but he ends up taking the sack. And since he is injury prone, that could be bad, so in the NFL, we'll have to protect him.